Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. Guys, today in this video I am going to show you this one very interesting scenario which is pointing us the price of Bitcoin here in a bigger time frame, in a smaller time frame, is approaching to us one very important support line, and once this support gets broken, the price of Bitcoin is going to turn very bearish. Let me start this first in a daily time frame before we talk about this weekly time frame and even talk about this Ethereum price action. So starting this here in a daily time frame, we are aware the price of Bitcoin is forming this dead get bounce trading pattern, and according to this trading pattern we are around this 0.4 area. In 0.4 the price usually continues towards this original trend, and we have said our original trend is from this 0.1 till 0.2, which is clearly a downtrend. So this dead cat bounce is clearly indicating the upcoming days for Bitcoin is looking very bearish. But we are also aware it's not that easy for price to show this corrective movement unless this one very important support line gets broken, because we know around this or between this 19 to 20,000, this horizontal line, this is one of the most important support line which we are not allowed to break at any cost, because once this support here between 19 to 20,000 gets broken, the price of Bitcoin after that could turn very ugly. Why? Because beside this example, if we look at this one scenario which we talked on my yesterday's video, ascending channel, rising channel, and why the price of Bitcoin was flashing a big warning sign here as well, because if you look at this ascending channel before the price of Bitcoin started with this corrective movement, first we got rejection from this bigger falling trend line. Each and every time the price of Bitcoin approached around this falling trend line, after that we started with this corrective movement, because this line didn't let the price to break out of it. So this was the exact area where we were finding rejection, and along with that we also added this rising channel, because with this rising channel we can see very clearly in a continuation like this, once the support gets broken from this rising channel, ascending channel or bear flag, price starts with this corrective movement. This exact scenario unfolded here. Price was forming this rising channel, right? Once the support got broken, we started with this corrective movement, and this exact was playing out here. I mean, the price of Bitcoin failed to find support at this ascending channel or rising channel. We started with this corrective movement. We even had this fake out type of scenario where the price approached around this falling trend line, the bigger falling trend line, which acted as a resistance, and at the same area you can see very clearly also the lower line from this rising channel acted as a resistance. So we are already below this support line. In the past price action, this has led to a corrective movement for Bitcoin, and that was one big reason why I was warning you a very similar scenario could be unfolding here in the upcoming days for Bitcoin. Because if you look at the MACD right now is about to turn bearish. For now it is okay, but if we see this orange line crossing over this blue line, then that will trigger a sell off scenario, because you can see each and every time we had this crossover, this bearish crossover, orange line crossing above blue line, you can see we always had a corrective movement. So that was the reason I warned you, and now I'm still warning you. Once this bearish crossover is going to happen, we have to be very careful, because the RSI line has again dropped below 50 level, and T3CCI indicator is now approaching around negative territory, which is also indicating weakness. So please be careful, because right now the price of Bitcoin is looking very weak. Now, not just only this one example, even if you talk about this right angle broadening wedge formation. Guys, before I start talking about this right angle broadening wedge formation, just a friendly reminder, a like and a comment is definitely going to help to boost the algorithm of the channel. So if you want to help me in any way, then please, a comment and like is enough. That's all what I'm asking from you guys. And now if we look at this right angle ascending broadening wedge, you can see very clearly where are we finding ourselves. We are finding ourselves in this corrective movement, and this corrective movement is also clearly pointing out we could be slowly heading towards this support area around 19,000, and once this support gets broken, according to the right angle broadening wedge, it is going to get broken. The price of Bitcoin is going to start with this move here in this manner. I mean a consolidation, and then starting with this corrective movement, just like as shown here in an example. So even this right angle broadening wedge along with this ascending channel, falling trend line, and even this dead cat bounce scenario is clearly pointing the weakness in price action of Bitcoin, because we are aware, guys, in a bigger time frame, if this support around 19,000 is going to get broken, then this bigger descending triangle is going to play out just like as shown here in an example. I mean, the price of Bitcoin is going to show consolidation, and once the support on 19,000 gets broken, we will be starting this corrective movement before price finally start with this accumulation phase and then a new market phase. Because I showed you yesterday with this previous example in the past price action, if you look at this one here, you can see during the downtrend the price was also forming this descending triangle. Once the support got broken, the price started with this corrective movement, and only after this proper consolidation accumulation phase we started with this market phase. So we are also expecting a very similar scenario if we break the support around 19,000 area. So please do not over leverage yourself, because this could be playing out in the price action of Bitcoin in a bigger time frame, because you know many were calling this an actual accumulation phase, and price of Bitcoin is going to be starting a new market phase here in this panel. But I always warn you, it's too early to call this an accumulation phase. And now if we look at this area where we are finding ourselves, right, it may look like accumulation phase, but we know around this 19,000, once the support gets broken, the price is going to start with this corrective movement. We found that with the previous example. And now if you also look at this example here to the upside, when is the market ready for this new market phase? When we have a proper accumulation phase. And for this proper accumulation phase, I added this one example from Stan Weinstein on the left hand side, and on right hand side from Wyckoff's. And according to the Wyckoff, you can see this is how an accumulation phase usually looks like: months, year of consolidation before breaking it to the upside. And from this Stan Weinstein theory, range bound accumulation phase, right, and also price breaking out of this 30-week moving average. If we are going to do that, then the price will signal bottom and also a new market phase after that. So that is the reason, that is one big reason why I am still expecting the price of Bitcoin to show further weakness, head towards the 17,000, even in the worst case scenario around 11,000 to 12,000, consolidating around that area for months, and only after that starting this new market phase. Because if you look at this 30-week moving average, it is around 29,600 and price of Bitcoin is around 19,700. So that's why, guys, that's why for an actual accumulation phase, this line must be flipped into support. So these were some of the scenarios that I wanted to talk about Bitcoin. Now let's also dive into Ethereum price action. Now, before I switch the chart, let me remind you guys, we have around $8,550 bonus available for our community members in the description down below. Bybit, which is my favorite crypto exchange, is giving around $4,450 bonus, and Phemex around $4,100. And additional to this, the first 50 users who sign up under Crypto Anup, deposit at least 1,000 USD, trade at least 1,000 USD, get an airdrop of 100 USDT. And along with that, all newly registered users will get 0% makers fee on derivatives until the end of September. So if you are an experienced trader, do grab this opportunity. If you look at this Ethereum price action, yesterday I warned you guys, I showed you here in a bigger time frame that the price of Bitcoin, the price of Ethereum was following this descending line, right, or falling trend line. Each and every time we got gravitated around this falling trend line, we consolidated and even showed this relief rally or a market phase. Here a very similar scenario unfolded. Price, after approaching around this falling trend line, started with this new impulsive movement. But I warned you guys, the price here in a daily time frame was holding its line around 1,570, 1,550 area. If this support, this rising trend line support, is going to get broken, then we could be getting gravitated towards the horizontal line, and this horizontal line is looked as descending triangle. Descending triangle is a bearish scenario, and also inside this descending triangle, now if we simply look at this formation, we are also building head and shoulder. So for Ethereum, it's also a big warning sign if we lose the support around 1,400, because if we lose the support from 1,400, then guys, the price of Ether could be also starting with this corrective movement here in this manner, but it doesn't mean the price is going to show a corrective movement here in this manner. It could be months of consolidation and slow move here towards this lower target area. So this is still a warning sign, not just only for Bitcoin, also for Ethereum. Unless we are not going to break out of this upper line area, things are still going to be favoring the shorts. So this were some of the examples which I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, if you like what you just saw, then please destroy the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.